Hello everyone, I'm RobtheMod. Welcome to part 115 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation 5. I'm in the extra menu book. I haven't actually bought any more cars, but it's come up saying that I have an extra menu. It means that there's an extra menu that they've added. Yes, they have. There's just been an update, and that's exactly what's happened. Okay, so Japanese Racing Pioneers collection. Sweet. Okay, right. So we've done that. That was just added in the update. And obviously now we have our thing in the garage. I don't think there's anything new in the Legend Car dealership. I actually have not checked what's available. Oh, I noticed that these two cars are actually for sale. Yeah, nothing here that well, this is what I need, annoyingly, but I need to grind for credits, and clearly. Thing that says hot in the used car dealership. Yeah, it's the Renault Aventine. That's the one of the cars that got updated, or got added to the game, I should say. No, I don't want to change to it, but I do want to drive it at some point. What's the other two cars then added? This is three new cars. Okay, there's a Chevrolet. Is it the Vision Gran Turismo? Yes. Yes, it's this. It's 1,000,000 credits. And it's got 2,000 brake horsepower. And there's also this. Which actually has less brake horsepower. Okay. What is new here? Oh, the Renault Aventine. Okay, yeah, okay, fair enough. Is obviously more money if you buy it new. And then there's something here that Sony have added. New version of this, which is free, so let's send it to the garage. Anything else? No, that's it. Right, let's actually get racing. I'm assuming there's going to be a race in the Aventine. That's a picture of an Aventine, and that's a one make Aventine. That's a Vision Gran Turismo trophy thing. So that's presumably what you're supposed to drive the new Chevy in, but I shan't be doing that. Right. I should be driving the Skoda. Yeah, I'm driving the Sunday Cup 400, and I'm driving the Valkyrie, which is obviously not a 400 car. But, you know, why would I want to drive the Aventine twice? It's a cool looking car, but it's not something I want to drive twice. Oh god. This version of the track that I'm not a big fan of. But these guys got ahead, didn't they? This is the one when I like started the game and I had like that Renault Clio and I struggled to win the race. I can't remember if this was a different track. No, it was a different track. It wasn't this long. We didn't race across the bridge. Yeah, it's a shame the Renault Aventine was not a successful vehicle. Very quirky. Kind of quirky vehicle that I do like in Gran Turismo. But if you think about it, the three of the cars here are just like concept cars. You got Vision Gran Turismo. You got the other one that I think is a Vision Gran Turismo. I could be wrong. I need to check it again. Then you got the Sony Honda thing that I don't think is a real car. Oh, and then you've got the Aventine, which is like the only legit car, I think. Unless the Chevy is actually based on the real Corvette. Like if it's an actual Corvette you can buy. Oh god, I completely overshot that. That's gonna count against me. No clean race bonus for me. It always happens when I drive the Valkyrie. Way too fast in some places. But look how slow everyone else is. Like, do Polyphony really expect people to actually race this with proper cars? Probably. I have to imagine they do. We will, of course, have to upgrade the Aventine. And by upgrade the Aventine, I literally mean just put some racing tyres on it and give it a turbo. And also give it a paint job. Oh, I did get a clean rate. I was expecting to not get it because I did go off the track. Very weird. Right. Okay then. Oh, I just noticed my lamp is unfortunate thing. Right, Aventine, one make event. Let's get in the Aventine. And let's modify it. Okay, here we go. Now, you're going to look at this and you're going to go, what's changed? Well, it's the one from Top Gear, where they made a completely wooden spoiler. It's got a few little changes to it. Yep, this is definitely a 2000s Renault interior. Because I've been in a 2000s Renault and it was exactly the same. Well, not exactly the same because it was a Renault Modus, but and the speedo was more curved, more like a big blob that came up off the center there. But it was in the center like that. Absolutely strange position to put it in, I think. But of course, Renault did that so that, left-hand drive, right-hand drive, they didn't have to move the instrument cluster. They could just have one for, both markets. Which is kind of genius. I believe that's also why Mini do that. Well, and also Mini do it because I believe the original Mini did that. I think for the same reason. Get past. Come on. And you know this is going to be the thumbnail for the episode. Unless something absolutely crazy happens with, like, the Vision Gran Turismo cars. You know this is going to be the... Did that Aventine literally just spit out flames? I think it did. I just realised this is 3 laps. Polyphony, what are you doing? Why do you think 3 laps in a people carrier is a good idea? Do you love, like, how ridiculous this thing is, though? The huge glass roof, the fact that it's a people carrier and yet it's only got 2 doors. It's, like, it is obvious why it would not sell. But you can't tell me that it's not an amazing vehicle. Like, they wanted to turn a people carrier into a sports car, basically. And you can't say Renault don't let people have, take their dreams to production. I think it had a V6 as well. Maybe, I don't think that was like the default option, but I think like that was an option you could get. I could be wrong on that. I think the body was also made out of fiberglass. Again, don't quote me on that. And now my eyes deciding to do silly things. Burn. Burn. See, I want to wipe my eye, but this track is so curvy that like I can't. No. Again, don't know what it is with Gran Turismo, but it always causes my eye to water up, and it's always my right one as well. And I'm like, why? Why does that happen? No other game does this. Where did I actually put the gaming glass? They're right in front of me. I don't know how. That's how blind I'm going. Can't see them. Yeah, the only issue with the gaming glasses is that they broke. The weight of the headphones, like as soon as I got these headphones and I started wearing the gaming glasses, I'm guessing that these have such a snug fit that they actually broke the he actually broke like the I forgot the bit, I forgot what they're called now, the bits that go over your ear, and I had to sellotape it in place. And of course, it's always the side that's like facing the camera. Which is like the awkward part. Because if you don't know, it's like, well, oh, it just looks like I'm super poor, can't afford to get a new pair. I don't think they make any more of these things for PlayStation. Like, these things were legit. To be fair, they were quite cheap. They were like 10 quid, I think. And I remember, like, being a teenager. Back when, like, this whole gamer glasses things were coming out. in the 360 era, and it was like, oh, you have to pay like 150 quid. Like, ridiculous. So glad to see that the technology at least went way down in price, but that, you know, they're made by Skull Candy, but you know, they're PlayStation branded. Yeah, I'll put them on after this race while I get my thumbnail for this episode. It might be the Renault Aventine. It might not be my Aventine. It might be the one that was, you know, spitting flames. Could also have it just been it backfiring. Is more than likely. But yeah, that's more likely to be the thumbnail than anything. Alright, here we go. Cross the line. We won. Take the headphones off slightly. Put these on. You'll see what I mean. Right here. Always the side that's facing the bloody camera. Playing race bonus was what we wanted. You see what I mean when I put these on like this? They're like pushing against the frames. That's it. Right. I'm going to get the thumbnail. Okay, let us move on to the amazing Vision Gran Turismo race. Last time I did a Vision Gran Turismo race, the game could not control it. 850 or less. This is now not 850. They must slightly. Let us go into the detailed settings. Do we have a power restrictor? Yes, we do. So we can that like underneath again. I was like, I'm pretty sure we had a power restrictor on this thing because it was like 951 or something originally, wasn't it? Do not like into review on this thing. Oh god. Well, that's probably the clean rest bonus gone if that counts as me hitting him. But I don't know what the game wanted me to do. 5 laps. At least this makes sense for it to be 5 laps. Oh god. The only problem with these damn things. Being super advanced cars, they're still massively understeer. Oh, we're going on the long way. Okay. For a second, I thought we weren't going to. That must be the brakes of that car. Doesn't make sense. It's just like a noise. It just sound. It basically just sounds like a bird. Must be the brakes like coming on, or a turbo noise, or something to do with the car, because it's like on every single track. Thing is ridiculous. I mean, we're only doing 190, but still seems ridiculous. Come on. Oh, as we started going on 2 wheels briefly. Yeah, just come over into me. That's fair. What the hell even is this? Peugeot. I mean, Peugeot makes some absolutely bizarre concept cars. There. Need to get past that Mitsubishi. Come on, full power. Yeah, okay. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we didn't need 5 laps, but we only needed 3, but, you know. Still technically haven't caught this guy up yet, so... What even is this? Is this the same as me? I think it is. I think it's another Skoda. Yes, it's another Skoda. No wonder I was having issues, like, catching up to him. He's exactly the same. Presumably, he's also got a power restrictor on, because... Well, I know the game can cheat about what vehicles are allowed in what events. Or at least that was the case in old Turismo games. You could have certain cars that the AI would drive that you couldn't bring into the event. Which, you know, totally fair. Yeah, theoretically that should be the race over, but obviously it isn't. We've got 2 more laps. I'm actually recording this on a Sunday, which is never normally a day that I record things. But it's actually going to be the, well, technically it isn't, because next Sunday I can record something on the morning. If I will, I don't know. But normally I don't record things on Sunday because I'm uploading videos to the other sites. Because they take forever, and they take takes like 4 hours to upload like a week's worth of videos. So, like, you upload something on YouTube, it's like, oh, it's uploaded in like 5 minutes. Like, if that. Like, these videos take like 5 minutes to upload onto YouTube. Like, you upload them onto the other sites that I use, and they're so slow on the upload. Like, one of them, you can't even upload HD videos. Brilliant. So, like, well, you can, but they have to be like 720p. Well, nah, that's technically a lie. Basically, you can upload 1080p and 720p videos. They just put it down to 480p. Because we hate quality, apparently. But they get views. For some reason. And then the other site lets you upload, but it just takes forever. So normally that takes like 4 hours to do, and at that point, I do it on a Sunday because I have a friend that plays marbles on stream. He does it every Sunday, and therefore I just play marbles with him, which is like a simulation racing game. You have a marble, you type play, into the Twitch chat, it generates a marble with your username, and the game just races you. You're not actually controlling it or anything like that. So yeah, I just do that for like 4 hours on a morning while I'm letting the uploads happen in the background, and then. But he's not doing it next Sunday. He's doing it on the Saturday instead, so that actually does mean I can probably record something on the Sunday morning if I really want to. But the other thing is the NFL season starts. So that's always fun. I'll be watching that. I actually need to watch that on my laptop, plug it in through the HDMI and record that, because there's a sort of interesting way. I'll say this in the next video, basically, but next race is what I meant to say there. But yeah, there's a very weird. I didn't get the clean race bonus. There's a very weird way that they're doing it in the UK now. And by the time you see this, the NFL season will be over, won't it? So I have no idea how the hell this is going to go, because it's Channel 5, which is a absolutely, like, they are known to, they'll stick with the sports. I've never known them drop a sport if it's not rating well, but like, it'll be real interesting. What's the $700? Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see how they handle what they're doing with the NFL, because Channel 5 free-to-air broadcaster, you can get it with an antenna, and well, no broadcaster in the UK has ever really gone all in on giving prime time to a foreign sport before. Now, it kind of helps that, like, they're owned by CBS, or Paramount, I should say. So, like, and they're always, like, the worst rated channel anyway, so, like, well, not always, sometimes actually do outrate the BBC or the ITV, but it's very rare, and not on a Sunday night. They definitely don't. Whatever they show on a Sunday night is normally just a bunch of, like, old documentaries that are, like, 5 years old at this point. I mean, they literally got known at one point for doing, but they'd like to chase trends as well. They, at one point, they did an entire, like, 4 months where, like, the entire documentaries in that slot were all about air fryers, because air fryers were the new hotness, I guess. And yeah, that was a thing. Anyway, they literally got known as, like, the air fryer channel at one point, by people. So I suppose it doesn't really matter if the NFL fails to get any ratings in that slot. They've got it for like 2 years. I'm sure they can handle it. And, sports advertising always is like, it pays more than just regular programming anyway, so even if it gets less ratings, they'll probably stick with it. But the interesting thing is because here in the UK we have less adverts on TV than in America, that becomes a problem of how you deal with American sports, because obviously American sports are all mainly done the way that they are to advertising purposes for the TV networks over there. So you have a lot more commercial breaks in them, which we can't do. So historically, the way that they've handled this, even with the London games and all this, is, well, BBC doesn't do adverts at all. So whenever they showed the NFL London games and even the Super Bowl, they would just go to a studio and discuss exactly what was happening. And kind of explain it for the new people watching. ITV did the same, although ITV being a commercial channel, they've basically all the channels have always done this. They've always had this like studio discussion thing, kind of explaining it to people. Sky is, it's a sports channel, so they kind of assume that people watching sort of know the rules and sort of a little bit more in depth, and they'll show and they normally had the rights to everything, so they'll show highlights from all the other games. During the breaks as well, which BBC ITV Channel 4 never did, because they only ever really had the London games free to air. But now, because Channel 5 have it weekly, they'll have a weekly game and all that. They in fact they have 2 weekly games. And this first one, they're doing something very weird with it. The reason I bring it up and there's a reason I'm recording it, because I doubt it'll show up on like catch up, and I want to show it to people, not on the channel, but like I'll share it. I'll have to do a bit of editing to it, just because obviously I don't want to share all the game footage of the NFL game. But they're showing the NFL game, and then whenever the US goes to, like half the time supposedly, whenever they go to a commercial break, they're going to do a game show. And I have no idea how the hell that's going to work. But it's interesting, and I'm sure it's going to either be a massive success or a massive failure. And that's why I'm recording it. Because, yeah, it's not going to show up on, like, on demand. So, 10 years from now, people are going to be like, hey, do you remember when, like, the UK had this game show during an NFL game? There can be footage of it. And by the time you guys see this, that whole experiment could have been an absolute failure. Now, weirdly, they're doing the second game just like the like what would be the 4 p.m. game in the US, because they're doing that with because it's 6 p.m. over here, so that's the 1 p.m. game, 5 hours difference, and then the 4 p.m. game is at 9 p.m. here. So that game is going to be completely normal, no game show at all. I suppose they're kind of hoping that they're going to do like this whole, like, you get like the families, because they said they're aiming it at families. So I'm assuming they're going to try and get the families in, watch the game and play along, and then try and get them actually interested in the sport. But yeah, it's weird. And basically all the NFL UK fans that already exist. I mean, I am one of them, but I think it's an interesting idea. I think it's going to fail, but a lot of them are like, we don't need this shit. Well, they're not aiming at you. They're aiming at like a new audience. Try and get new people interested. So there's this whole I've never understood it. Like, there's this whole thing of like, oh, we don't want UK specific commentary, because ITV tried that with the London games. They had, UK specific commentary trying to explain the rules and all that. The BBC briefly tried that, I think, though it wasn't. Sky did it even at one point. Like in the early 2000s. For some reason, it was like Al Michaels' last game, like his last Super Bowl, and they on the main channel they had the UK commentary, but like you could still get his actual last commentary, because I think it was advertised as that, and like at the last moment they were like, oh, we should probably offer this to people, so they did actually do that. But Yeah, it was bizarre because they only ever did it on the Super Bowl. Probably because they knew that more people would tune in for the Super Bowl than a regular season game. And then they stopped doing that. Some people have been like, well, we don't need the studio thing. Just go to an advert break and just... Because there's this whole thing of... You can technically show trailers and stuff for your own programming instead of actual advertisement. And then you have Game Pass, which is like the NFL's whole like international streaming service thing. And that gives you the games that Sky and Channel 5 don't show. Although at this point, in the late slot, it looks like all of the games are going to be shown anyway, so kind of completely devalues the product. But yeah, the whole thing about that is you're paying 20 quid a month for it, and the NFL's entire selling point, apart from getting games that you can't see on Sky and Channel 5, you get to watch the American adverts. Not just during the Super Bowl, during regular games. Like, why? And I've seen people say, I'm paying the money for this. Why? Why are you paying money to watch adverts? Like, you have there's this whole thing of, oh, we must have the American broadcast completely as it is. No, you don't see America going, oh, we must have the Sky Sports broadcast of the Premier League on Peacock, and we must see the UK adverts for, Daz washing powder. No, I've never understood it. And I don't even think that's a thing with like other fans of American sports over here. Like with baseball fans, I don't think that's a thing. Or basketball, NBA. It's just NFL. Never understood it. Anyway, let's do the Wolf Tune Cat 800. What can we get in? Assuming, yes, this. 8 laps. And we know how good this thing is, so why don't we literally just do this already? Should last us the entire race. Assuming, we can actually get past some. It's strange because last week I absolutely could win this thing, couldn't I? There we go. I need to like break into the corner, I think. I need a late break into the corner. Come on. Out of the way, Ferrari. Feel the power of the master. One of these days I'm gonna like do it in reverse. If Gran Turismo ever comes up on April Fool's Day, that's what I'm doing. I'll have to write that down now so I remember. Ooh. .15th. Did I just bump him? I think I did. But it doesn't matter. The only problem with this like entire track is it's just such a long track. And obviously it doesn't help that you basically slowed down by having to do the fuel map. The other reason why I'm recording this today, by the way, is because I need to record like Need for Speed Most Wanted, and I haven't, but that takes like an entire day to record. Or it did last time when I recorded the first 5 episodes. So yeah. That's fun. God, they've come so... hate that. Like, I was clearly trying to get past, and what do? All, like, block me in. Because they have to follow the racing line. Don't even know where... Well, there they are. So I can't even see them. Oh, I hit the wall, and then I almost spin the damn car out. Got past the Viper. Got past the Subaru. Well, yeah, actually, I was going to say I didn't know that was a car in the game. But it's obviously not something they just added, because if they had, I would have seen it, wouldn't I? Look how far ahead he is. Turn. Like, I can forgive this thing having understeer, because it's from the 90s. But it's from the 80s, isn't it? I can't forgive the Vision Gran Turismo cars for having understeer. Well, of course, Frege the one in first. Even driving. Driving a Supra? I don't know this paint job at all. No, he's driving a Lexus. Okay. Technically, he's driving a Toyota product. Someone call the police there because I'm about to set not a world record, a lap record. I tried to say a cool line and I managed to mess it up. Oh, and then I went off the track anyway. I didn't brake enough. That probably ruined the time anyway. If I have to guess. Not as bad as I thought. Yeah, so it was slightly faster. Not amazingly faster. Oh. Yep, we're gonna definitely have a slower lap this time. Burn. There we go. I love how I'm like, this is gonna be much slower, and then I somehow get faster here. Swear to God, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we've got 4 more laps after this. So yeah, this is a long one. Like, are we gonna even... Is this video gonna be an hour long? Probably. I saw it was like 8 laps. I was like, perfect, because Yeah, that's a short race for the World Touring Car 800. And then Polyphony do this. While everyone else is going for fuel. Turn, for God's sake. Thing is, this track's so long that I'm not going to lap anyone. Breaker's presumably going to do a pit at the end of this lap anyway. I don't know how I keep setting faster and faster laps. But I do. Yeah, wait till you see what the last lap's going to be like. Presumably, we will actually get under 3 minutes. If we can unlock the full power. I don't know if we will, but I'm hoping we will. If we can unlock the full power of the car. And this time I'm actually going to do it, unlike that time on Monza. There you go, Frigga's gone in for fuel again. Yeah, this car is basically just the cheat code for this event. It's got the maximum PP allowed, basically. It sips fuel if you put it on fuel map 6, and the tyres don't wear out. This one's going to be a slower lap. I ain't making up a minute and a half. Second and a half. I was going to say, no, I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to be going that quick to actually catch up. Even if we put our fuel map on like 1 for the next 2 laps, I don't think we're going to catch up with them. So yeah, that one unfortunately was a slower lap. Ah! Right, I'm gonna do the power thing as soon as I get round the corner. Turn, and here we go. Full power. Didn't help on that lap, but we'll see how it does on this one. Theoretically, this should be a lot faster. But also our tyres are going. Didn't actually see how quick that was. Have to pay attention here. Yeah. 1.5 seconds, pretty much. I know it was 1.3, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we ain't getting below 3 minutes, but maybe we would if we had fresh rubber on. Or we might actually lap someone. Oh my god. I don't think we will. I don't think we're going to catch up in time, but they're there. I can see them. It'll be awkward for them in the rearview mirror. The guy in first comes right up on you. One of them went in for fuel. So I think I technically lapped the person that went in for fuel, but it's exactly 100 miles of racing. Interesting. Right. Well, let us do the roulette wheel. 5 things on the roulette wheel because the driving marathon engine ticket and then the credit ticket. That's the credit ticket. Engine ticket because they're all going to be engines, so who cares? Even see what it was because I'm not really that bothered. That's going to give me the... You know what's going to give me the money? Okay, I was a little bit surprised there. Oh, dude. Nice. Right. Well, I've been RobtheMod. Thanks for watching part 115 of Gran Turismo 7 on the PlayStation 5. And I hope to see you next time for more. Ta-ra.